Next, we will look at question number 22. So question number 22 asks, the following bar graph shows the percentage of the population of adults in each age group in King County, Georgia, that received flu shots in 2007 and 2008. Given that the number of people aged 18 to 24 in King County were 3 times the number of people aged 35 to 44 in 2008, which of the following statements is true? So before even looking at the graph, before even looking at the questions, the answers, we know one thing already, that the population, at the pop of 18, 24-year-olds is 3 times that of 35 to 44-year-olds. So as we read the questions, we want to write down the information that they give us right off the bat. This is in 2008. Now, I'll go over the answers that they gave us a little later, but the thing you want to notice is that in all the answers, they all mention 2008. So that's the one thing from the graph we want to focus on. So let's look at the graph now. We know that we're working with 18 to 24-year-olds and the 35 to 44-year-old group in 2008. So we can just look at those two parts of the graph. And so for 18 to 24-year-olds, we see that 20% of 18 to 24-year-olds had a flu shot. And we know that for 35 to 44-year-olds, that number is 40%. So these percentages is just that. It's a percentage. We don't actually know what that number is because we don't know what the actual population of 18 to 24-year-olds and 35 to 44-year-olds was in 2008 in Georgia, King County, Georgia. The only thing we do know is that the population of 18 to 24-year-olds was 3 times that of the 35 to 44-year-olds. So let's just make up a random population just so we can see the relationship between the two populations. So for example, let's just say, we'll say there's 100 35 to 44-year-olds. And so that would mean that 40 had flu shots. Because 40% of 100 is just 40. That's how percentages work. Now, if we say, for example, that there's 100 35 to 44-year-olds, that must mean that the population of 18 to 24-year-olds is 300 because the population of 18 to 24-year-olds is 3 times that of the 35 to 44-year-olds. So we have 300 18 to 24-year-olds. And we want 20% of that. And so that would be a value of 60. So now we know that in 2008, if there was 100 35 to 4-year-olds, then that means there was 300 18 to 24-year-olds, and therefore there was 60 had flu shots and 40 had flu shots. Now let's look at the answers given. Answer A says approximately twice as many flu shots were given to people aged 35 to 44 than people aged 18 to 24. And that's obviously false because 40 is not twice as many as 60. Answer B says approximately 6 times as many flu shots were given to people aged 18 to 24 than people aged 35 to 44. That's obviously not true because 60 is not 6 times of 40. Answer C says approximately 50% more people aged 18 to 24 received received flu shots than people aged 35 to 44 in 2008. And that is true. 50% of 40 is 20. And so 40 plus 20 equals 60. And so we know that the answer, therefore, is C.